The same group activity instructions that we had before. You are looking for 6 major events. We don't want every single detail to retell the story, just the main things that happened. The number 1 event we did together, remember your number 6 event has to be the last thing, that has to be your ending. So the 4 other events in between, you get to figure out what those are and make sure you put them in order that they happen, chronological order. So, how do you know if something's important, Masume? What's the board say? How do we know if an event is important? Under number 5.
Deciding if it impacts the overall story, look for a cause and effect as one major event.
So, when you are picking an event, if it does not impact the overall story, is it important?
No.
No. Try to find cause and effect relationship, because that will help you to understand if it's important. Remember we talked about earlier, conflict is driving the story, right? That's where your rising action is coming from, conflict. There's a problem, they've got to work through the problem. So there should be some sort of obstacle or cause and effect relationship happening per event, okay? So when you are in your groups, remember, do we take turns and I did my part, I'm done? Is that how it works?
No.
No. So as I'm walking around the room, what kinds of things am I expecting to see and hear?
Discussion.
Raise your hand so I can
Contribution.
hear one person at a time. Yes, Dennis. Conversation. Yes. What about?
About the text.
About the text. What types of things would I hear in that conversation, Jonathan? You know what I might hear in that conversation? If I come to your table, what could I hear you say? Maybe you're agreeing or disagreeing with one another. Okay? But everybody is discussing it. You're talking about the events. You're talking about the text. What else should I hear or see you doing, Habiba? Other than just talking, what else should I see you doing? Completing the diagram. So you're writing things onto the diagram. Ivan, where should you get the information from? Okay, so if you have a disagreement, how can you resolve that? You can bring them into the conversation by volunteering them. You can also probe or ask another student to clarify. So if they said something and maybe they were talking too quietly, you can say, excuse me, could you repeat that a little louder? I couldn't hear you. Or you can ask them to clarify, what do you mean by that? What do you mean when you say that the sniper is, I don't know, accosted? Whatever it is, you want clarification about what they're talking about. And the last one is paraphrasing or explaining. So you're explaining some idea, or you are quoting text. You're going back into the text and finding some evidence of something. Okay? Any questions about how to get points? Okay. I'm looking for multiple contributions. Try to contribute more than once. If you look at the rubric, if you have multiple contributions, that's going to get you a better score. It also should be something new. So you'll get some points if you repeat what someone else says. But if you're actively listening, then there's no reason to repeat someone. You can extend on their idea or present a new idea. Okay? Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how this works out. Don't be nervous. I know you are. First time this year, so let me get my text. All right. So who wants to start us off? Feel free to use the questions from the warm-up that you wrote. You can use questions from the discussion questions I put on the board. Who wants to start? You want to start? All right.
Where is the page about?
Which page?
The first page.
We have those questions already. Do the, do your questions from your warm-up if you wanna ask one of those. Otherwise, do, discussion questions. Y'all remember what you asked earlier? Dennis, you gonna start us off? Alright, Dennis is ready.
The women that approach the men and the